Noboru, cook this man. Now! What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact, I'm liking Embers. I honestly, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I read Peak a lot. I read Peak every week. So, obviously, I'm spoiled. On soccer manga, especially. But so far, from the artwork by Satoru Nishi, to the character writing so far, to the dynamics, to the use of egos, we haven't even gotten to, a real proper game yet. But overall, we're already good. So, I'm excited. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into Chapter 7, our school's most powerful weapons. Once again, the artwork just goes crazy. I don't know what they're feeding these Shonen Jump mangaka, bro. What are they feeding y'all recently? Y'all have been going absolutely insane. Osamu Nishi of Ichi the Witch fame is I feel like that's the author, not the artist. But regardless, the artist of Ichi the Witch, the artist of Shinobi Undercover, Santoni Tadashi Sensei, the Sotaru Nishi, Boichi came back. What happened? Tatsu Sensei? Why are y'all going all insane as of recent with the art? Is this just the new gen power creep? Is this flat out Hori came in and was like, we have to raise the standards, and no one is refusing to drop beneath the standards? What's happening? Let's see. Chapter 7, our school's most powerful weapons. Story by Kei Kuramazaki and art by Satoru Nishi. How did this happen? Because you underestimated the wolf, my boy. I've actually never seen wolves eat snakes, though. I mean, they probably do. It's protein. And the snakes are straight protein, dude. They are straight muscle. Because they take their whole body to move. So they have no fat on them. So I guess they would be a high source of protein. But I've never actually seen a wolf eat a snake before. But let's see. How did this happen? But shout out to Noboru, though. Especially considering he's running on sheer instinct. That's impressive. Let's see. Really? National scoring leader, huh? Who is this guy? Is he the interesting guy Coach was mumbling about yesterday? I already don't like him. I can tell he'll need a lesson on who's the better player. That's the thing, guys. That's the thing. Honestly, though, they're definitely, I don't know. Especially when I think about it in, sports I've seen or watched or played. They're definitely is such a thing as getting skill diff. You can be relative to someone, but they can just have more experience and skill understanding of a game than you, and you can just get outskilled. The amount of times I've had my ankles absolutely shattered in pickup games of basketball just because I didn't know people could do things like that is unfathomable. Insane. But at the same time, I have seen it happen time and time again. You can, if it's a sport that allows some sort of aspect of physicality, even the slightest bit, you can get physically diffed by someone with good enough stats. It just, it happens. It happens. I still remember, he came out once. We never saw him again. There's just this guy who came to our high school practice one time. He was the fastest. He was the fastest. Undeniable. Well, I think he was either the fastest or tied with our fastest guy. No one knew where he came from. He was a new kid at the school. He just showed up one day, and coach let him run with us. He was like, yeah, sure, whatever. You can join us. He never showed up again. I never remember seeing him at school again after that point, too. I genuinely half the time think I, hallucinated that guy. But I remember we questioned multiple times. He could be useful in, all the events. And that, hey, it's a good thing he didn't reappear, because he would have kicked me right off the 4x1 team, 4x2 team. I would have to compete with the fourth slowest guy, admittedly, could I have ever beaten him? I probably could have. Our times were kind of similar, but still, regardless, that would have been extremely dangerous and devious and dangerous if he stuck around. But that is the case of someone who had never run track before. He didn't have spikes, nothing. Who was just extremely fast and perfectly built for it. That can happen. While you can skill diff people, you can run into Noboru Haitanis where they're just physically built like that and have the specific skill set innately forged into their physiology. There are some people who just have insane reaction times. Some people who just have really good genetic builds. Heck, even, I'm trying to think. Some of the most, well then again, the best and most dangerous players in the world aren't just good because of their physiques, but also good because of their work ethic. But, I like to think of Shaq for an example. Even though he obviously is very good at basketball, I'm not going to say Shaq is bad at basketball. But, at least according to everything I hear about Shaq, he didn't have really any work ethic. He didn't train or anything. He just relied on his size and his scale and his genetics. Like, I think Kobe Bryant once said if he had the same work ethic, he would have undeniably have been the greatest player of all time if he had, like, Kobe level work ethic or even average work ethic. This Shaq didn't care because he had the genetic gifts. Essentially, Nobody Tani is a bootleg version of Shaq in this case. Let's see. He's a monster, says the snake. Let's see. Inanaki lost the battle. It's that blonde guy again. Yeah. Whoa. Inanaki had, like, 0 passing options there. Alright, smart. Yeah, he's keeping on him with pure reflex. He punishes counterattacks hard. Yeah, that is good though. Honestly, I get why what's his name? The big Bugai, why he was actually like, yeah, that's good to have. A defender who is good at reading things on reaction and is fantastic at stealing the ball away thanks to his solid physical form. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to have. Obviously, because at Blue Lock I'm much more attentive to like offense, but even then defensively, it's good to have someone to essentially always be able to lock down at least one person. Obviously, the rest of the defense is there to make sure they don't have passing options because, you know, football is a team sport. There, you can beat someone in a one-on-one and they can use their team to outskill you. But at the same time, when you isolate somebody down to a 1v1, having someone who's good at them, it's real nice. Let's see. Long ball! Jeez, he's trying to hoof it into row 2? Uh-oh, everyone get back in. Is he right there already? Oh, shoot! Man, he hit him with the direction. Okay, I see you, Hawk Boy. Whose name I forget already? What's his name? I'm going to the last chapter. Hold on. That's the beautiful thing. I can break lore. Yeah. Read on Viz, everybody. Read on Viz. But let's see. What was your name? You knock out the picture. Starting him to steal the ball. Everyone sees the guy I really am. And one goes short. So his dad's his name, right? What's his name? Yuga. Yeah, Yuga. Look at you, Yuga, with a direct shot. Like Mr. Isagi Yoichi himself. I see you. Keep cooking. Let's see. Back it. Let's see. Yuga with the direct shot. Clean. All right, so he's basically safe. He's got 2 goals. We'll see. Shooting straight off the pass. Yeah, the defense didn't even have time to set up. That is the smartest thing to do, though. Honestly, I've always been a blitzkrieg kind of guy. And, like, I keep talking about Pokemon so much. I know y'all getting sick and tired of it. And admittedly, your boy's been having a rough day these past 2 days. Like I've been playing Showdown like while I wait for my videos to export, and I've been running into an insane amount of bulk teams. What, like, I guess I'm still in the 1500 range. I haven't cleared into the 1600s yet. But like, I've been running into nothing but bulk teams. And the way I play, I do run that like blitzkrieg style where I don't want you to be able to set up. I don't want to have to set up myself. I have mons that do set up. Like my Iron Valiant, very specifically, is a Sword Dance Iron Valiant. My Rillaboom, I'm running like 3 teams. One has Gliscor, one has Zamazenta, one has Rillaboom, one has Donbozo. Or it's Dondozo, but I call him Donbozo because I love Donbozo. But Dondozo, because I keep running into setup sweepers that absolutely violate my team. But with it being the case, those kind of are my setup mons. Iron Valiant's a consistent setup mon. Swords Dance into either knockoff, Spirit Break, or close combat. But the main 2 heavy hitters, the things that are there to open and tear through you as quickly as possible, are my Choice Specs Darkrai and my Choice Specs Kyurem. The thing I want to do is I want to Terra into their stab type, so I essentially get 2 Choice Specs on them. So they're basically at +2. So round start, I'm Ice Beaming you, or I'm Dark Pulsing you, and you're immediately taking big damage. So that way you don't have time to set up. Or if I'm lucky enough, if I get a good read, like for example, one game opened up recently where I sent out Kyurem and it was perfect. Like I immediately Terra Ice, Ice Beam, beamed them, one-shot them. And then they were like, that sucks. Because they had no clean switch-in. Because their only mon that was fast enough wasn't good into a pure Ice Kyurem. If it was still part Dragon type, they could have just one-shot it with like Draco Meteor. But even Polt isn't that good into pure Ice Kyurem, because unless you're running Fire Blast, you have nothing super effective. So he couldn't switch into Polt. That would have outsped me. And then everything else on his team was slower than a max speed Tim and Kyurem. So I was just able to beam. I just blew a bunch of holes in his team. And then basically the rest of my team is just there for cleanup. Darkrai is the backup cleanup, or vice versa. Whoever comes out first is the cleanup for the other. And then I have, because I've been running into so many, since Heavy Duty Boots had me deluded into thinking people weren't running hazards as much, but nope, Stealth Rock and Spikes and all the hazards are still a thing. So I have Great Tusk in there as my Rapid Spinner, or as a late cleanup mon, because he's fast enough and can do enough damage without any boosts. Then Rillaboom or Donbozo or Zamazenta, they're also late game cleaners. Essentially, I 100% agree with the idea. You want to attack so fast, your opponent can't realize that they're being attacked. And even if they do realize, you want to have no option. So I do respect Yuga's and Noboru's intentions here, where they're just like, go as fast as possible. Don't slow down, because the moment you slow down, they'll have time to figure out, they'll have time to set up, they'll have time to work around you. Let's see. He's taking much bolder shots than he did in the first half. He kind of has to. He's got to lock in. Let's see. Jeez, those two. Oh, she's into it. She's like, wait a minute, we can use these. Let's see. They're impossible to contain. What do you think about... Where do you think you're kicking that, you... Oh, they did not play that at all. Where do you think you're kicking that, you lummox? Only 1 in 10 comes anywhere near me. Be happy that I'm getting into the right half of the field, you jerk. I mean, hey. He did just start playing what in the same year. Let him cook a little bit. Hurry up and get back into position. No dawdling. No. I can't let this happen. I'm the best player here. Me. Kamagai, we're restarting. We'll use the next counterattack too. Ooh, this Kamagai gotta be like, yeah, I'm not listening to you. You're kind of butt. Let's see. Oh, he's calming down? Oh, what's up? Wait, what Kamagai? What's up? Inanaki, don't bother. The game's out of hand. Oh! But wait! Did Noboru... Wow, so we are just skipping to the end of this game, but did Noboru score at all? Only Inanaki scored, right? Were all the rest of the 4 shots by Yuga? Are we cooked? I won. For the first time ever. I actually won! I mean... Accurate Noboru. But, like, did you win? Like, did you win the criteria? Like, did you score at all, buddy? Let's see. First, great work, everyone. You all look good. Next, I'm going to announce the 3 of you who made it to the A team. But even if I don't say your name, I hope you'll keep putting in the same kind of effort I saw today. You know what though? It hurts. But I feel like anyone who's played sports and didn't immediately, because I know people in my comments, I've seen it. Some of y'all are just built different, but. At least for me, even when I do lose or don't get exactly what I want, yeah, typically that is just motivation to lock in even harder and just be like, fine, you defeated me on this day, but I'll get you. And I have done it 9 out of 10 times. There are occasional times though where I fumble the bag and just don't cut up. Life is life. Let's see. But even if I don't say your name, I hope you'll keep putting in the same effort I saw today. 3, huh? The 2 already on the A team, and me. Do you think? Did you score at all? It's Takumi, no doubt. He scored all 4 goals on his own. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure if Noboru did he qualify. Like, presumably he's our main character, so he's gonna have to qualify somehow. But how? Let's see. Okay, let's start with 3rd place. Consistent, confident moves, making sure all teammates are on the same page and keeping damage to a minimum. Shunsuke Kamagai. We're glad to keep you on the A team. Whew. All right, good. So yeah, obviously he's fine. I'm interested to see him because he wasn't featured on the first color page of the chapter. So I wonder if he'll get phased out eventually, or if he's a sleeper character. Let's see. 4 goals is minimum damage? See, I told you it'd be the 18 guys. But yeah, that does make sense. And yeah, 4 goals minimum damage is pretty bad. But hey, you know, you didn't have a goalie. You were running defense by yourself. You're playing with a bunch of randoms. I get it. Let's see. If he's third, there's no way we make it. Okay, the next 2 shouldn't need explanation. Yeah, it's Inanaki and Tamaki. And Takumi. Oh, Takumi. That's it. Takumi Yuga. Let's see. Takumi. Just get it over with. I bet you Takumi's first. A tie for a tie? Okay, so it's going to be Inanaki, Noboru, and Takumi, I'm guessing? All 3? Let's see. Yuga Takumi. Oh, okay. So even though he didn't score, because he assisted 4 times, he was given the value. All right. Oh, but I wonder, is Inanaki getting a kick from the A team? Let's see. Yuga Takumi and Noboru Haitani. Huh? What? Hey, I get Takumi, but Haitani? Seriously? He's clearly just a beginner. But he did get all the steals during the game. Did get almost all the steals during the game. Who else stole? But yeah, that is true. He did put up the best defensive and by proxy assist-based performance. At least from what little of the game we saw. He was cooking. He was locked in. Let's see. Hold up, tie. You mean I'm first and he's second, right? Ah! Oh, that's my glorious kingdom, boy. Yeah, talk that talk. Talk that spooky talk. Huh? And that does it. The 3 players I named to advance to the A team. Whoa! You know, he'd be like, you're kicking me off? What's going on, coach? Inanaki. What about me? Why didn't you call my name? You must have gotten it wrong. All the lost goals in the second half were because you gave up the ball. Oh! Okay, so they're actually dropping them. Okay, Inanaki. Hey, gang. It be like that when it be like that, especially when it be like that, my boy. Ooh, that's rough. Ooh, that's rough. Smack your meat on his head, why don't you? Golly. What? Because you gave up the ball. What? Oh, don't freaking geek. And despite knowing they had the counterattack beat, you insisted on sticking to it so you could run off and score on your own. That's a bad habit I warned you about over and over. Ah, okay. So yeah, he full sail, genuinely fumbled the bag. That is, if you've been warned about, and you know what, I get it. Everyone has their biases, everyone has their predeterminations, everyone has their way that they want to win. But like, in all aspects of life, you have to be willing to adapt. You have to be willing to all. When you see some things failing, I don't blame you for like swinging again, or even giving it a third time. You know, third time's the charm. That's what we always say. But if you're fumbling the bag again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, you gotta change it up. It's rough, but you gotta change it. You cannot, because that's essentially arrogance. That's hubris. That's truly believing you're better than what the world is telling you, and you aren't. You aren't. So don't do stuff like that. We'll see. It's unfortunate, but there you go. What? What is this garbage? Inanaki, don't! Whoa, cool it, bro. It's not that deep. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I get it. He's a third year, so it's rough to hear that. You're a fodder, G. Get off. We're taking the newbie. But at the same time, that was it is rough. The only time I'll admit I've gotten mad at, like, a result given to me by my coach is when, like, it was clear, like, not clearly, because admittedly, we hadn't actually raced much that day. I mentioned the story before, but essentially the story that kicked me off the 4x1 team by pure technicality because I forgot to time my spikes that day. It was fully my fault. And I don't actually remember racing either of my two rivals for the last 4x1 spot that day. I think we were constantly running in our own groups because we were working mostly on starts. We were running 50s. Like, we weren't really running 100s. So, like, we hadn't really raced. But that was the only time I felt like, okay, coach, that's genuinely just like, you could literally let us take the literal, at that point, 15 seconds or less it would take us to rerun the race with my spikes tied properly. You saw my spikes come up. You know that I'm better than that. But he held firm. He was like, no, you actually run it back another day. So I ran it back another day and got the spot. But still, that's the only time where someone's like told me something about myself and I've been like, oh, well, I think you're like legit wrong. Like, you and I both know you're wrong. But alright. But even then, I think he knew that, and that was just to motivate me, still. I didn't need it, because I was faster than those two at the time, but like, still, in that moment, that is the only time I could remember this kind of reaction. But of course, my coach wasn't a tiny high school girl I could grab. He was a full-grown, beefed-up guy. And I wouldn't grab my coach regardless, even if he was a small teenage girl, because that'd still be weird. But at the same time, yeah, there was no universe where I was winning that encounter if I dare tried it. Let's see. What is this garbage? Inanaki, don't! Whoa, cool it, bro. Inanaki! Huh? I know how good you are as a player. I know how good of a player you are. Trust me. In fact, your skills probably put you at one of the top 5 on the team. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if you aren't willing to share your knowledge or work to help your teammates, then we don't need... Yo, why she look? You got aura in this band? Yo, why the aura go crazy? Why she moving like that? But that is true. That's the thing. At the end of the day, soccer is a team sport. Soccer is a team sport. If he was in track and was like a shot put thrower or a sprinter, then his like all for one, all for myself, I live to crush others mentality is perfect. It's perfect. Whenever I was running races and it was just me in the 100 or the 200, or heavens forbid my coach hated me and put me in the 400, or whenever I threw, yeah, it was me versus myself and of course the other people there, but mainly me versus myself trying to dominate the other people there regardless. But however, that all had to change when I was running the 4x1, or running the 4x2, or running the 4x4 when a coach hated us, or hated me specifically, because my others could run the 4x4. I sucked at it. But with it being the case, that was always that difference where you have to shift your mentality if you're playing a team sport. And it's hard for people who are very, like, naturally self-centered. There are people who are just born that way. Admittedly, I've always been, like, somewhere in between. I do 100% believe my own self-actualization. I was raised that way. But at the same time, I do respect and understand that we as humans are social creatures. We are literally hardwired to want to interact. But especially for a team sport, not just interact, you have to be willing to interact properly and adapt to those around you. That's the big thing. You got to be able to adapt to the scenario that presents itself. Let's see. Darn it. Oh, but you know what? He respects it. He lets her go. No, he shouldn't have grabbed her in the first place. He does let her go and is like, yeah, coach, you kind of spitting. Then he leaves. Inanaki, wait! Hey! Coach, I'm fine. Just a little surprise is all. Really? Well, actually, no, that is probably the first time he's physically crashed out. Let's see. Yeah, Inanaki getting all mad like that? First I've seen it. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if Inanaki's gonna have a comeback trend. Are we gonna have to see Inanaki get his run back? Okay, let's see. You and me. Oh yeah, so he's never done this before. You and me both. But he got embarrassed. Who wouldn't be mad after that? No matter how ugly it looks, the guys who can keep proclaiming they're the best will keep coming back to try again and again, over and over. That is true. And that's the thing. I do believe perseverance is like the biggest thing you have to have in like all walks of life. To certain degrees, don't harass people. Like if you get rejected, you're rejected. That's the one thing I've never agreed with. I remember there was one friend of mine who evidently is no longer my friend because he explained this to me and I saw him do it in front of me and I was like, nope, I cannot keep associating with you, buddy. If you are rejected by somebody, that is not licensed for you to go and ask them again a few days later or a few minutes later or a few weeks later or even a year later. If they said no, move on. Move on. Ain't that deep. Just give him a button. And that's why I've always never gotten the idea of like getting back with your ex or anything like that. I'm like, gang, why would you do that? It's over. I don't know. I'm very much I'm black and white in the sense where I'm like, if something is done, it's finished. Bye-bye. But in this case, where it's like you can prove yourself, your stats, your ability as an individual in a specific setting, yeah. Don't give up looking for a job just because you were rejected from one. Keep looking for more jobs. Don't give up on creating content because your first video didn't do as well as you wanted it to despite the effort you put in. Keep making content. If it's something that can be tracked and pushed forward without harming anybody and only benefiting yourself, keep moving forward. Never just give up. That's my mentality. I've always been a keep moving forward kind of guy, which is oddly inspirational and very optimistic for a guy who is notably quite realistic. And by realistic, that's what I call it to sugarcoat for myself. People have called me very pessimistic before. Let's see. I keep telling you, I'm the best here. You got a problem with that? Yeah, right. When I left you in my dust 5 times, get that ego in check, you oversized noob. Oh, they're brothers. Oh, they're so brother coded. Let's see. They're still at it. 5 times out of 10. Want me to beat you again? Excuse you? Oh. Okay, so they're 50-50. All right, that's beautiful. You know, they're good rivals. And they're rivals on offense and defense. That's perfect. I actually like this dynamic. Let's see. I heard they want to figure out who really got first. Have they really been at it this whole time? Yeah, they've locked in. Let's see. Ugh. Me, stuck tied with a rookie. Hey, that's plenty good. Be a little happier, would you? You get on my every last nerve. A tie ain't good enough. Tie ain't good enough. Gotta win. I respect that. I don't, and then maybe once again because of how I was raised, but I don't like the whole idea of like sharing a spot. Either I won or I lost, gang. Be honest with me. Even if it is like if it's the difference between third, like medaling or not medaling. Okay, if I got fourth, give me fourth. Don't give me in the third guy, the actual third guy, a bronze medal. I don't care if it was a difference of like 0.2 picoseconds. Give him the bronze. I don't want it. Don't consolation. Don't pity prize me. Say I tied. Don't do that. Be definitive. Let's see. Huh? Had a guy tell me I could be the best. Kind of bought into it too. So now I owe him. It was the Joker. It was the Joker who told him that he was Batman. But see, be careful about that. Let them dangle a goal over your head like that, and one day you'll start to feel like it's smothering you. He wouldn't know because he's daddy. Tell him you could tell him. Over me? No. All he did was give me a little push. Yeah, and sometimes all you need. Once again, I always say this. If it wasn't for a conversation I had, like, I'm not sure. I can happily say that according to some of y'all, I've genuinely helped you. I've genuinely been a positive influence on your life. Not just in the sense of some of y'all taking my phrases, some of my manners, some of my ideologies, but like people have told me and genuinely explained to me that I've helped them get through days, I've helped them get through rough patches in their life. All of that, the content, that guy with a pencil and that guy with a TikTok, like all the meme as a social media presence online, literally only exists because of my own mother being like, you should make something online idiot, and me never doing it, but very specifically, a conversation I had with a guy I haven't spoken to in years over 7 Deadly Sins versus the Akatsuki. Without that convo, all the impact I've had on people, all the conversations, all the videos I posted, the literal thousands of videos of me online would not exist. Because sometimes really all it takes is a little push to get going. Let's see. Huh? Soccer's nuts. Ain't like brawling at all. Can't even beat shrimps or old dudes at it. But I decided to believe in myself. Keep on trying till I proved them right. Yeah, let's see. Today, I finally got my first win. Forget smothering. The view I got of what it could be has got me more hyped up than ever. That's good. That's good. Keep that motivation flowing and pumping. Let's see. Got me more hyped up than ever. Yeah, that's the thing. Yuga's driven by legacy. Noboru's driven by, realistically, hope. Listen. Okay. As of today, you officially joined practices. Nervous? No, I can't wait! He looks so kawaii here. Why does he look so adorable here? Not particularly, coach. Oh, well, not particularly nervous. Not intimidated easily, eh? Good. Looks like I don't have to worry. Let's get to the introductions. These are our school's most why are these designs so keep going crazy? These are our school's most powerful weapons. Chapter title drop? Look at Kumagai aura farming. And as of today, you are in this group. Welcome to the A team. All right, a W character. Fantastic character work this chapter. This is character work of the chapter. A little bit of action, a lot of character work, and that's just how I like it. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave skinned snake in the comment section down below. I did thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any news that come to the channel. Also, I do have a picture down below where you support me for as low as $1 a month. No more. The things that exclusive videos, early content, and more. So now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks will include the live reactions, we have the series I have to review, ad variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 beats for a short video, 20 beats for a long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zeta, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Gyomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo 2404, Planet Grown, G Prosper, and Striker Man. Then I'd like to thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneel, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. Then I'd like to give a big thank you to our Ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, A Uchiha, Carlo Alimo, and Grim. And I'd like to give a massive thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a genuine thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. And finally, I gotta give the biggest, juiciest, heftiest, and most meaty, sloppiest thank you to our glorious, ultimate That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.